Hi, thanks for using My Court Coach. I'm Sarah. I'll be your instructor today as we talk about the Notice to Consumer or Employee and Objection form, also known as Form SUBP-025. As with all our court forms, you want to fill in your identifying case caption information at the top. You would use this form if you are seeking records that pertain to either a consumer or employee. Consumer records would be any sort of debtor records, school records, phone records, financial records. That includes bank statements, retirement statements, credit card statements, anything of that kind. Employee records are going to be either employees' pay records, personnel file, etc. So assuming you are requesting those kind of records, you want to list the name on the to line of the person whose records you are requesting. This is a notice that's being served to put them on notice that these records are being sought. Below that, under requesting party, you're going to list your name. Below that, you're going to list the date that the records are due from the custodian of records, from who you are seeking them from. And then below that, you're going to list the name and address of the custodian of records, also referred to as the witness. And then, of course, a copy of the subpoena does need to be attached to this form. The consumer or employee must be served at least 10 days prior to you serving the witness or the custodian of records with your deposition subpoena. That can be 5 days if you have served by personal service. And then it also service needs to be at least 25 days before the date of production, 20 days if you use personal service. Your consumer or employee does have a right to object. If they are a party to the case, they have to file a motion to quash that needs to be filed at least 5 days before the date set for the production of records. If they are a non-party, then they can fill out this objection below and stating the specific grounds why they are objecting on. It is important to note that if you do receive an objection or a motion to quash, the witness may not produce documents until you get a court order or work out an agreement between you and the consumer or employee as to what may be released, what may not be released. If you are unable to resolve the issue, then you also have the option of filing a motion to compel. You need to do so within 20 days of service of the written objection, and that's with a non-party case. Finally, to complete this form, you need to fill in your name at the bottom, sign and date, and mark the box that identifies your role to this case. As I stated before, leave this section below blank. If this is being served on a non-party to the case, they can fill this out and send it back. Page 2, we have our proof of service. As with all service, you want to have someone that is over the age of 18 and above, and not a party to this case, do your service for you, and they need to indicate whether the service is being done by personal service or by mail. If by personal service, mark box 2A, have them fill in the name of the person served, the address served, date, and time. If the service is done by mail, then they need to fill in mark box 2B and fill in the name of the person served, the address served, date of mailing, and city and state that the service took place from. They will also need to include their address, their phone number, have them fill in their name, sign, and date, and this form is ready to be served. Again, we're going to leave the bottom half of the form blank. If there is a non-party and they are objecting, then this is the proof of service that they would fill out to accompany that objection. So I hope this was helpful. Good luck.